with you as we're getting set for a 5A East matchup today between the Nettleton Raiders and the Blytheville Chickasaws here at Raider Field in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Nettleton coming in with a record of 9-6 overall, 5-1 in conference play. Blytheville 2-6 overall, 0-4 in conference play. Nettleton winners of their last three, defeating Paragould 9-0 on March the 28th. Defeating Gosnell 8-5 on March the 29th, and then again defeating Paragould 11-0 on March the 31st. For the Chickasaws coming in with a record of 2-6, 0-4 on the year. They have won two out of their last three, defeating Haiti on March 20th, 16-2 in Blytheville, defeating West Memphis in a 5A, 6A East Blend, or losing to West Memphis, beg your pardon, in a 5A, 6A East Blend Conference game, 13-3 on March the 28th, and then beating Rivercrest at Rivercrest on March the 30th by the final count of 6-5, a game that went into an extra 8th inning. Coaches meeting at home plate as we near in on first pitch today here at Raider Field, and what is a beautiful Tuesday for baseball after rain yesterday. The sun comes out today, and it is a beautiful day at first pitch. 79 degrees and sunny. Feels like 80 with wind south-southeast at 7 miles an hour at first pitch. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll start first for the Chickasaws of Blytheville, the visiting team. Leading off for the Chickasaws, and behind home plate today is Tyler Surraps. Batting second for the Chickasaws and playing shortstop today is Calyup Hedger. Batting third in the order and playing third base today is Chris Pugh. The cleanup man batting fourth and playing first base today is Brandon Henry. The 5-hole hitter and playing second base today is Matt Connell. The 6 hitter and pitching today for the Chickasaws is Antonio Jacoby. The 7-hole hitter and playing center field today is Vanich Lucas for the Chickasaws. The 8-hole hitter for Blytheville playing right field is Buddy Wilkins. And rounding out the batting order for the Chickasaws, starting in left field, is number 8, Corey Chun. For the Nettleton Raiders, the home team today, leading off for them and playing shortstop, it's number 13, Cody Wilkins. Batting second, playing left field, it's number 4, C.J. Cleary. The designated hitter batting third, number 5, P.J. Hilson. Batting cleanup, playing right field is number 1, Aaron Voppel. Batting fifth and playing catcher, it's number 17, Steph Robertson. Getting the start on the bump today and batting in the 6th hole is number 15, Cameron Ramsey. The center fielder batting 7th, number 10, Jamison Bridger. The second baseman batting 8th, number 21, Logan Bryant. And rounding out the batting order for the Raiders, the first baseman batting 9th, number 2, Ryan Sanborn. We will take a break, come back with the opening pitch after this. This is Prep Baseball on Tubetown.
We are more than daily transactions. We are more than checks and debit cards. We are more than farmland. For the people of Poinsett County, we are more than just a bank. At First Delta Bank, we see the world through the eyes of our customers because we know that our customers are our most valuable investment. We are proud of who we are and want to earn your banking business. We are First Delta Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Starting in left field, number 4, C.J. Cleary.
We are more than daily.
Jamison Bridger. Starting in right field, number 1, Aaron Voppel. At third base, number 23, Jack Hall. At shortstop, number 13, Cody Wilkins. Starting at second base, number 21, Logan first base, number 2, Ryan Sanborn. Behind the plate, number 17, Seth Robinson. And on the mound, number 15, Cameron Ramsey. Designated hitter, P.J. Hilson. Head coach, Brandon Eller. Assistant coaches, Clint Wilson, Logan Hart, and Nick Brown, and the rest of the Raider Ball Club. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to please stand, remove your hats, as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Nearing in on first pitch here at Raider Field for a 4:30 5A East Conference battle between the Nettleton Raiders and the Blytheville Chickasaws. Kay Carlton with you as Blytheville will lead us off today. On the mound for the Raiders today is number 15, Cameron Ramsey. Ramsey, the pitcher for the Nettleton Raiders today on the year. For Ramsey as a pitcher, .68 ERA, 2-0 with a 1,000 winning percentages and 1,000 winning percent in 6 appearances and 0 saves on the year. Ramsey's logged 20.2 innings pitched, given up 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 errors, 8 base on balls, and 25 strikeouts. He will be the starter for Nettleton today and is warm-up pitches right now. Nettleton in the home uniforms, the black uniforms, white tops. Blytheville in their visiting road uniforms, maroon tops, gray pants, as we're about set to get a 5A East prep baseball game underway here on Tubetown. Nettleton coached by Brandon Eller, Blytheville coached by Randy Smith. And Nettleton comes in with a record of 9-6, 5-1 in conference play. Blytheville 2-4, 0-4 in conference play, looking for their first win today here in this first half of a 2-game doubleheader. Tyler Sims, the catcher for the Chickasaws today, will lead it off.
Leading off the ball game for Blytheville, number 1, Tyler Sims.
First pitch to Sims on the way. Gets out for a ball. First pitch of the game, 4:35 p.m. here at Raider Field. 1-0 count early to Sims. He'll step back into the batter's box. Has the count, or has the sign he wants. Next pitch swinging, 1-1 count. As Sims will look over to the third base box where Randy Smith stands before he steps back in. Another pitch, and he holds up his swing, but home plate umpire says he goes around. 1-2 moves the count. First pitch ball for Cameron Ramsey, but he quickly jumps back in the count. Third pitch swinging, and throw down to first is in time, and first batter strikeout for Cameron Ramsey. Goes down in the count 1-0. 3 straight strikes, and Tyler Sims strikes out. Now here's Caleb Hedger. Step up for the Chickasaws. He plays shortstop. Ramsey gets set to throw his fourth pitch. A bit high, ball one. Second batter to move ahead in the count 1-0. Hedger steps back in, takes a practice swing. Next pitch on the way. This time it's a strike, moves it to 1-1. Hedger just watched it blow by. Doesn't offer a swing. Now he'll step back in. Has a sign he wants. The pitch on the way. Swung on into center field. Going over to range in and make the play is Jamison Bridger. 2 up, 2 down for the Chickasaws, and Chris Pugh due up next.
Now batting number 17, Chris Pugh.
Strikeout, F8 to start out the game for Cameron Ramsey, looking to get a 1-2-3 inning going. First pitch to the 3-hole hitter, Chris Pugh, is a bit outside, ball one. 79 miles an hour, and breaking pitch. Pugh steps back in. Ramsey has the sign he wants. Pitch on the way, low and in the dirt for ball two. Pugh moves ahead in the count 2-0. Top of the first inning here of this two-game conference doubleheader today. Next pitch on the way. Finds the outside corner to move the count to 2-1 with 2 outs. Another one on the way. A little dribbler down the first base line. And it'll just be a routine scoop and tag by the first baseman, Ryan Sanborn. And that'll do it for the top half of the first inning of play. A routine 1-2-3 inning. Back with the bottom half of the first inning after this. This is Prep Baseball on Tubetown.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone.
I'm assuming
Someone
we
is trying to
take a
get in the
break
back
after
door.
every half
Find
inning,
a safe
right?
place,
Okay.
like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet.
Okay.
And don't worry, your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
A 1-2-3. A 1-2-3 first inning for Cameron Ramsey. Tyler Sims sent down on strikes. F8 for Hedger, F3 for Pugh. And now the Raiders will be due up in the bottom half of the first inning with Cody Wilkins, the shortstop, leading things off for Nettleton. Wilkins, Cleary, Hilson due up. Aaron Voppel will be due up if the inning is extended. Starting pitcher today for the Chickasaws is Antonio Jacoby. Wears number 11 for Jacoby on the year. Currently an 18.38 ERA and 0-2 on the year in 3 appearances. 5.1 innings pitched. He's given up 6 hits, 20 runs, 14 errors, 5 base on balls, and 2 strikeouts. As Jacoby looking to get his season turned back around today in this start against the Nettleton Raiders. Taking his final warm-up pitches. It's Cody Wilkins in the on-deck circle, ready to lead it off for Nettleton. Nettleton 9-6, 5-1 in conference play, off to a great start in conference play. Blytheville struggling as they start conference with an 0-4 record. In desperate need of a win today here in this doubleheader. We'll have game 1 for you. Won't have game 2, but we will have the first game in the doubleheader as we're set to start the bottom half of the first inning with Cody Wilkins, the shortstop, leading us off. Steps into the right-handed batter's box. with his green bat. And we're ready to go. First pitch for the Chickasaws on the way. High and outside for ball one to Wilkins. Wilkins steps back in. Kobe has a sign he wants, and this time he'll connect with a strike on the inside corner. Moves the count to 1-1. Next pitch on the way, a bit high for ball two. Threw a breaking ball and sailed on him a little bit as moves the count to 2-1. Kobe with the sign he wants, goes through the windup, the pitch on the way, and low and outside to move it to 3-1. Wilkins get to swing the bat on this. Here, next pitch on the way, up high for ball number 4, and he'll take first base. Now, due up for the Raiders is number 4, C.J. Cleary. Cleary playing left field for Nettleton today. Steps into the right-handed batter's box with a runner on first base. Now, stepping off the mound, Jacoby checks on the runner on first. Now, first pitch on the way. Momentarily showing bunt, backed it off in time, and it's up high for ball one. P.J. Hilson, the designated hitter, on deck for Nettleton. As Cleary steps out, now he'll step back in. Next pitch on the way, up top, throw over to second base is not in time, and stolen base for Cody Wilkins. Pitch was high, Wilkins saw it and quickly moved down the first to second base line to get to second base. Next pitch on the way, showing bunt, backing off outside and off the catcher's mitt. Another base taken for Cody Wilkins. Started off the at-bat at first, now stands 90 feet away at third base. Count now 3-0 to C.J. Cleary. Cleary takes his practice digs. Now pitch on the way is called for a strike. He was ready to take first base, but it just does find the inside part of the strike zone and move the count to 3-1. Next pitch on the way. Low, and another strike call moves the count to 3-2. Again, Cleary thinking it was a ball, wanting to move down the first baseline, but back-to-back strikes moves the count full at 3-2. Pitch on the way, swung on by Cleary and fouled off. Hits the top of the press box and rolls off. Count remains at 3-2. Good battle by Antonio Jacoby to get back into the count. Now swung on by Cleary to the shortstop. It goes. Thrower to first is not in time. He's safe, and a run scores. So Wilkins, who started out the at-bat at first base, moves all around the base paths to score. Nettleton with a 1-0 lead.
Now batting number 5, P.J. Hilson.
An RBI single for Cleary. P.J. Hilson, the designated hitter, will be due up next. Steps into the right side batter's box. His team with a 1-0 lead and a runner on first base. Look over to first. Sliding back into first to C.J. Cleary. And now Jacoby will turn his attention to Hilson. Cleary's going. Throw over to second base. Not in time, and a stolen base there for C.J. Cleary. 2 stolen bases already in the first inning for Nettleton. Now look over to second base. Cleary gets back in time. Count at 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner on second. As Kobe looks over to second base again. Cleary slides back in time again. And now he'll throw to Hilson. Ball is low and in the dirt. Throw over to third, not in time. And Cleary is able to move 90 feet closer to home off a pitch in the dirt. Now a runner in scoring position. Pitch swung on. Headed home is Cleary. Throw over to first, not in time, but a run will score. Nettleton will up their lead to 2-0.
Now batting number 23, Jack Hall.
Now Jack Hall will step up for Nettleton, wearing number 23, batting from the right side. First pitch low and in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 with 2 outs. Nettleton leading 2-0 over Blytheville. Next pitch on the way. A bit low, and count will move to 2-0. All takes a practice dig. Now next pitch on the way. Inside for ball 3. Count moves to 3-0. Next pitch on the way. Outside for ball 4. So Hall will take his base with the second walk issued by Jacoby.
Now batting number 1, Aaron Voppel.
Now Aaron Voppel, playing right field, will step up to the plate for Nettleton with a runner on first base. So Hall takes his lead off first. Pitch is in the dirt and behind the backstop, and he'll get to second base easy. Round second, and will quickly head back. One of the many pitches that Jacoby has let get away from him here in this first inning. Pitch on the way. Outside again. Ball count moves to 2-0. 2 pitches, and Voppel's yet to swing both times, as both of them been well outside of the strike zone. Now Jacoby will step off, throw to second, bounces it in the dirt, not in time, and Hall is easily back. Voppel goes through his practice swings. Pitch is inside off the catcher's mitt, but it's called for a strike. Moves the count to 2-1 with 2 down in the bottom half of the first inning. Next pitch on the way, swung on, fouled off behind the first base line. Hall was going, he'll retreat back to second base as the count moves to 2-2 with 2 outs. Kobe has the sign he wants. Winds and fires, and a bit low for ball 3. Moves the count to full at 3-2 with 2 outs. Kobe into the windup. Pitch is a called third strike. So a strikeout of Aaron Voppel, and that'll be out number 2. So now Seth Robertson, wearing number 17 and catching for the Raiders today, will step up. Batting from the right side, he has a runner on third with 2 down. First pitch on the way is outside and in the dirt for ball 1. pitch on the way, swung on and fouled off down the third base line. Moves the count to 1-1. A bit early on the swing and didn't get all of it. Fouls it down the third base line. And now Jacoby will go into the windup again at the head of Robinson for a called second ball. Moves the count to 2-1. Next pitch on the way. Again near the head of Robinson. Moves it to 3-1. And Jacoby's been all over the place today. He has not been able to consistently find the strike zone. He's given up 2 runs here in this first inning and has a runner on third. Next pitch swung on and lifted into the gap in center and left field. 1 run will score, trying for 2. Throw is in time. Run will score, but it'll be an out to end the bottom half of the first inning. So after 1 inning, Nettleton with 3 runs on 2 hits and no errors. We'll be back with the top half of the second inning after this. This is Prep Baseball on Tubetown.
When you or someone you love needs extra care at home, look to Absolute Care, where clients come first. Absolute Care offers personal care, adult companion, homemaker, and respite services. At Absolute Care, we work hard to keep your loved ones safe at home. If someone you love needs extra care in the home, call us today. Absolute Care, where clients come first.
Back with the top half of the second inning here at Raider Field. Kay Carlton with you for Tubetown's coverage of Prep Baseball. Nettleton with a 3-0 lead over the Chickasaws after a 3-run, 2-hit bottom half of the first inning, in which Antonio Jacoby struggled to find the strike zone, and the Raiders made him pay. They jump out to an early 3-0 lead. And after a 1-2-3 inning, in the first inning, Brandon Harvey will lead us off in the top half of the second inning. Harvey, the third baseman today for Blytheville. First pitch on the way, just inside for strike 1. A great start so far for Cameron Ramsey. Next pitch on the way, bounces in the dirt before it gets to the catcher, Seth Robinson. Moves the count to 1-1. Next pitch on the way, swung on and missed for strike number 2. Moves the count to 1-2. Here's Ramsey again, swung on. Little dribbler to the shortstop. Throw over to first is in time, and that's out number 1 of the top half of the second. Now Matt Connell will be due up, playing second base for Blytheville today. Blytheville 4 up, 4 down thus far. First pitch by Ramsey on the way, just inside for strike 1. Next one is swung on and lifted up down the first base line and foul. Moving the count to 0-2 for Matt Connell. Connell on the year batting .357. 3 runs scored, 5 hits. Next pitch on the way. Caught swinging. It's a strikeout for Cameron Ramsey. So 5 up, 5 down. Now with 2 outs, stepping in will be Antonio Jacoby, the pitcher, who surrendered 3 runs on 2 hits in that bottom half of the first inning. First pitch on the way is Called strike one. A 1-1 count. 2 down, pitch on the way, swung on and lifted down the first base line. First baseman ranging over. It's out of play. He can't make the play, and the count will move to 0-2. Ramsey looking to go 6 up, 6 down. Ahead in the count 0-2 with 2 down in the top half of the second. Pitch on the way. Swung on, now running down the first base line, throw in time, and that'll do it for the top half of the second inning. Blytheville no runs on no hits. Score remains Nettleton 3, Blytheville 0. Back with more after this. Brett Baseball on Tubetown.
What does the fox eat?
The Big Daddy, love the wedgie, breadsticks, hoagies, hot and freshy, cheesy bread, and chicken wings, and Fox's pizza makes me swing.
What does the fox eat?
Fresh.
Back with the bottom half of the second inning here from Raider Field. A gorgeous day for baseball as Nettleton leads it 3-0 over Blytheville. Cade Carlton with you. 79 degrees and sunny here at Raider Field as Antonio Jacoby looks to get off to a better start this inning. 3 runs, 2 hits last inning, and there were 6 Nettleton batters he faced in inning number 1 of play. Nettleton already out to a 3-0 lead. They're looking to add to it. Cameron Ramsey will look to help his own cause as he will lead it off in the bottom half of the second inning as Jacoby goes through his warm-up pitches. First game of a 2-game doubleheader today here at Nettleton. Second one to follow after the conclusion of this one. As Ramsey steps up to the plate, batting .367 on the year,
Leading off the bottom of the second inning.
with 5 runs driven in and 11 hits.
Ramsey.
First pitch of the bottom half of the second inning on the way, shows bunt, goes right to the pitcher. Thrower to first is in time. 1 up, 1 down for Nettleton to start out inning number 2.
Now batting number 10, Jamison Bridger.
Now due up for Nettleton is the center fielder, number 10, Jamison Bridger. First pitch on the way to him, swung on and lifted foul down the third baseline. Moves the count to 0-1 early on Bridger. Batting .105 on the year, 4 hits, 5 runs driven in. Next pitch on the way, swung on, lifted into center field. Center fielder ranges over and makes the play. 2 up, 2 down for Nettleton to start out the bottom half of
Now
the
batting
second inning.
1, Logan Bryant.
Logan Bryant now due up. Where's number 21? Plays second base, batting from the right side. First pitch on the way, low for ball 1. Moves the count to 1-0. Next pitch on the way, high for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Logan Bryant. Next pitch on the way, low but called strike. Bryant in 7 games played this year, just 2 at-bats. He's facing a 2-1 count with 2 down in the bottom half of the second inning. Next pitch is inside for a called strike 2. Moves the count to 2-2 with 2 down. Next one on the way, swung on and lifted high in the air behind home plate. Count remains even at 2-2 with 2 down in the bottom half of the second inning. Glad you're with us on a Tuesday afternoon for prep baseball here on Tubetown. Pitch on the way, swung on and dribbled down the third baseline. Throw over to first is not in time, and Bryant's able to ground it out.
Now batting number 13, Cody.
Now due up for Nettleton is the leadoff man, Cody Wilkins. Drew a walk in his first at-bat of the game. Had 2 stolen bases and eventually came across to score the first run of the ball game. He'll have a runner on first with 2 down. Pitch on the way. Called strike, going to second. Throw is not in time. And a stolen base for Logan Bryant. So runner now moves into scoring position with the count at 0-1. Jacoby has the sign he wants. Pitch on the way is low and in the dirt, and runner will stay put at second base. Count will move even at 1-1. Look over to second base. Sliding back in time is Logan Bryant. As Jacoby stepped off, now he'll step back on. Throw a attempted pickoff over to second base, not in time. And now he'll look to face Wilkins again. Looks over to second base before he throws the pitch, and it's high and inside for ball number 2. Next offering on the way is curving in for strike 2. 2-2 count after a good pitch from Jacoby. Throws Wilkins up. Now again he'll look over to second base. Runner again back in time. Next pitch on the way. Bouncing in the dirt for ball 3. Moves the count full at 3-2. Nettleton with a 3-0 lead here in the bottom half of the second inning. First game of a 5A East Conference doubleheader today here at Raider Field. Pitch on the way, swung on and lifted into deep left field. Fielders ranging back, can't make the play. A 1 run will score, and it'll be an RBI double for Cody Wilkins. Nettleton starts off the inning, the quick 2 up, 2 down, but now able to register a run here in this bottom half of the second inning to push the score to 4-0. C.J. Cleary due up again for Nettleton. An RBI single in his last at-bat and stole a base. Eventually coming across to score. First offering to him on the way is outside for ball 1. Next pitch is swung on and lifted up into left field. Ranging over to make the play is Corey Chun, and that'll be the end of the bottom half of the second inning. The score after 2 innings of play, Nettleton 4, Blytheville 0. Back with the top half of the third after this. Prep baseball on Tubetown.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet, and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
Top half of the third inning here at Raider Field with Nettleton leading 4-0 over Blytheville. 3 runs in the bottom half of the first inning and plating 1 in the bottom half of the second inning off a Cody Wilkins RBI double. So 4-0 is the score for Nettleton. Cameron Ramsey remains on the mound. He has faced 6 Blytheville batters, 3 up, 3 down in either inning of play. And Vanich Lucas, the center fielder, will lead it off for the Chickasaws in the top half of the third inning. 318 batter on the year, 7 hits, 5 runs driven in. First offering to him is bunted, and ranging over to make the play for Nettleton is the catcher Seth Robinson. So 1 pitch, 1 down for Blytheville in the top half of the third inning.
Number 16, Buddy Williams.
Buddy Williams will step up for the Chickasaws now, playing right field. Where's number 16? First offering to him on the way is swung on and missed for strike number 1. Williams, a .333 hitter with 2 RBIs, 3 hits on the year, swinging at a next pitch strike. Moves the count to 0-2 with 1 down in the top half of the third inning. Next offering on the way, swung on and missed for strike number 3. Tag is applied, and second, 4th strikeout of the game now for Cameron Ramsey. Corey Chun, the 9-hole hitter, will now step up for the Chickasaws, playing left field. We'll see his first appearance in the bottom half of the third inning. First pitch swinging as ranging over to make the play is the center fielder Jamison Bridger, and that'll be the end of the top half of the third inning. No runs on no hits for Blytheville. We go to the bottom half of the third. Nettleton leading 4-0.
When you or someone you love needs extra care at home, look to Absolute Care, where clients come first. Absolute Care offers personal care, adult companion, homemaker, and respite services. At Absolute Care, we work hard to keep your loved ones safe at home. If someone you love needs extra care in the home, call us today, Absolute Care, where clients come first.
Nothing doing for the Chickasaws in the top half of the third inning. Now sent up 9 batters, and Cameron Ramsey has sent down 9 batters. He has struck out already 4 batters on the day. What has been a great effort on the mound for him. Antonio Jacoby will remain on the mound for Blytheville to start the third inning of play. He's given up 4 runs on 3 hits so far. 3 runs in that first inning of play, 1 run in the second inning, and now in his second at-bat of the game, P.J. Hilson will be due up. He got a sacrifice fly in his first at-bat of the game and drove in a run. He'll lead us off here in the bottom half of the third inning.
Leading off the bottom of the third inning for the Raiders, number 5, P.J. Hilson.
First offering in the bottom half of the third inning by Jacoby on the way. Swung on, grounded to the shortstop. Throw over to first is in time. And a 6-3 put out to start the bottom half of the third inning. Jack Hall will now come up to the plate. He walked in his first at bat. First offering to him on the way is inside for ball number 1. Head early in the count, 1-0 with 1 down. Next pitch on the way. High for ball 2. Aaron Voppel on deck for Nettleton. Next offering to Hall on the way. Skips in the dirt behind the backstop for ball 3. He may be looking at his second walk in as many at-bats of the game. Next pitch on the way does find the strike zone and is called for strike 1. A 3-1 count. Now for Hall. Next pitch is swung on, lifted down the third baseline into left field, ranging over to make the play is Corey Chun. And now 2 up, 2 down for Nettleton in this bottom half of the third inning.
Now batting number 1,
Aaron Voppel will look to get the Raider bats going in the bottom half of the third. He steps up with 2 down as he looks at a first pitch ball. Playing right field today for the Raiders in his first at bat. He struck out swinging. Looks at a second pitch ball, batting .394 on the year, 13 hits and 11 RBIs with 1 home run. Next pitch on the way is inside. Thought about swinging, but thought better of it and looks at now a 3-0 count. Next offering on the way is a bit high, but a called first strike. Voppel looked to go down the first base line, but home plate umpire calls it for a first strike, moves the count to 3-1 with 2 down in the bottom half of the third. Nettleton with a 4-0 lead on 3 hits. Next pitch bounces in the dirt and outside for ball number 4, and Voppel will take his base. A strikeout in his first at bat, a walk in his second. And now Seth Robinson will step up. He already has an RBI to his credit on the day. .294 hitter for the season with 10 hits and now 12 RBIs on the year. Jacoby will check the runner at first base. Now he'll step off. Runner will quickly retreat back. That's Aaron Voppel at first. Another step off by Jacoby. Now he'll finally offer the first pitch. Bouncing in the dirt. Runner will take second base without a throw. Stolen base there by Voppel. He moves into scoring position with 2 down and a 1-0 count to Seth Robinson. Next pitch on the way, gets away from him, rolls behind the backstop, and easily taking third base is Aaron Voppel, so 90 feet away from home after 2 wild pitches from Jacoby. Cameron Ramsey would be due up next. Pitch on the way with the 2-0 count. Lifted into right field. Gets down for an RBI single. 1 run will come across and make it 5-0. Nettleton over Blytheville.
courtesy runner number 9, Tommy Scarborough.
Tommy Scarborough will come on the courtesy run as Cameron Ramsey will be due up. 1-3 put out in his last at bat. First offering to him on the way is high and swung on. Lifted into between first and second base and caught for the third out of the inning. So Nettleton plates one on one hit, now leading 5-0 as we go into the top half of the first or fourth inning. Back with more after this. Brett Baseball on Tubetown.
What does the fox eat?
The Big Daddy, love the wedgie, breadsticks, hoagies, hot and freshy, cheesy bread, and chicken wings, and Fox's pizza makes me swing.
What does the fox eat?
Fresh.
5-0 Nettleton leading as we get set to start the fourth inning of play. Cameron Ramsey, who has seen 9 batters and sent down 9 batters in 3 innings of work, remains on the mound for Nettleton to start out inning number 4. It'll be Tyler Sims, the catcher, to lead us off. Struck out in his first at-bat. Blytheville is yet to register a hit or any type of base runner. Ramsey has been dealing thus far. Sims, a .294 hitter on the year. 5 hits, 2 runs driven in, and 1 triple. Will step up with his team facing a 5-0 deficit and in need of some runs here in this top half of the fourth inning. First pitch of the fourth inning is swung on and dribbled down to the third baseman. Thrower to first is in time. 5-3 put out is how we start the top half of the fourth inning.
Now batting number 9, Caleb Hedger.
Caleb Hedger will step up to the plate now, playing shortstop for Blytheville today in his first at-bat. Flew out to center field. First offering to him on the way is a breaking ball that finds the strike zone. Count moves to 0-1. Next offering on the way, gets away from him. Goes off the glove of Seth Robinson behind the backstop. Moves the count to 1-1. One and one with 1 out, top half of the fourth inning. A 5-0 Nettleton lead. Next pitch gets away from him again and moves the count to 2-1. Caleb Hedger, a .435 hitter on the season as he looks at a third ball, moves the count to 3-1. Hedger, a .435 hitter and 23 at-bats, 10 hits, 2 runs driven in, and 2 doubles. Next pitch on the way. Doesn't find the strike zone, and he'll take his base. First base runner of the night is Hedger, and he gets there via a walk.
Now batting number 17, Chris Pugh.
Chris Pugh was due up now for the Chickasaws. Flew out to the first baseman in his first at-bat. First pitch to him on the way, a bit high for ball 1. Came in at 74 miles an hour. Pugh batting .267 on the year with 4 hits and 1 run driven in. First time all night. Chickasaw batter has been able to come up to the plate with a runner on base. Next pitch on the way. Finds the strike zone. Moves the count even at 1-1. Ramsey checks the runner over at first. Now will deliver the next pitch. Grounded right back to Ramsey. Throw over to second is in time. Throw to first is in time, and they turn the double play to get out of the inning. So in the top half of the fourth inning, no runs on no hits. We go to the bottom half of the fourth, Nettleton leading 5-0.
We are more than daily transactions. We are more than checks and debit cards. We are more than farmland. For the people of Poinsett County, we are more than just a bank. At First Delta Bank, we see the world through the eyes of our customers because we know that our customers are our most valuable investment. We are proud of who we are and want to earn your banking business. We are First Delta Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back with Prep Baseball in Tubetown, you see the replay of that inning-ending double play. Pugh grounded it to the pitcher, Cameron Ramsey, flipped it over to second in time and first in time, and Nettleton gets out of the inning after surrendering their first base runner on a walk. Now the Raiders will be due up. It's Bridger, Logan Bryant. And back to the top of the order with Cody Wilkins. Due up for Nettleton in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Remaining on the mound is Antonio Jacoby. He's given up 5 runs on 4 hits, and he struggled to find the strike zone all day, but Randy Smith electing to trot him back out for inning number 4 of work. Jamison Bridger will lead us off. He flew out to center field in his first at-bat in the second inning.
Number 10, Jamison Bridger.
Bridger batting 105 on the year. 4 hits, 5 runs batted in. First offering to him in the bottom half of the fourth inning is high and away for ball number 1. Came in at 68 miles an hour. Bridger moves ahead in the count with the first pitch. Next offering on the way. Bounces in the dirt before it gets to home plate. Moves the count to 2-0. Next pitch on the way. And Bridger will step out of the batter's box before he can offer the pitch. Now steps back in with a 2-0 count. As Jacoby looks on, nods his head, has the sign. Pitch on the way is a called first strike. Moves the count to 2-1. Threw it right down to the middle. Bridger couldn't draw himself to swing. Next pitch on the way from Jacoby. A breaking ball that can't find the strike zone. Moves the count to 3-1. Bridger steps out, takes a few practice digs, steps back in, up in the count, 3-1. Next pitch on the way, swung on, grounded to the shortstop. Throw over to first is just in time. And it's a 6-3 put out for Bridger.
Now batting number 21, Logan Bryant.
See there on the replay, just in the nick of time, he got him. That's how Nettleton registers their first out of the inning. Now first pitch on the way to Logan Bryant is lifted into center field. They're ranging over to make the catch. It's Vanich Lucas, so one pitch out to Logan Bryant. Now we'll go back to the top of the order.
Now batting number
Cody Wilkins in the first inning walked and came around to score. Then in the second inning had an RBI double. His third at-bat of the night. First pitch on the way to him is high and a called ball as Tyler Sims had to jump up to catch it and make sure it didn't range behind the backstop. Next pitch is lowered in the dirt for ball 2. 2-0 count with 2 down. Base path's empty. As a breaking ball finds the strike zone for the first strike of the at-bat. 2-1 is the count to Cody Wilkins, the one-hole hitter playing shortstop. Next offering on the way, a breaking ball that can't find the strike zone, and it moves the count to 3-1. Quickly, the next offering on the way, swung on and missed for strike number 2. Count moves full to 3-2. Wilkins got just behind it and couldn't make contact. A good pitch by Jacoby. Now the full count offering gets away from him, scoots outside in the dirt, and Wilkins, for the second time tonight, will move to first base via a walk.
Now batting number 4,
C.J. Cleary, the left fielder, will now step up. He had an RBI single and had a stolen base in his first at-bat, then flew out to left field in his second at-bat. A throw-out, and doesn't matter as Cody Wilkins gets over to second base in time. Trying to catch him stealing, but didn't even come close. So now a runner in scoring position with the count at 1-0 to C.J. Cleary. Next pitch on the way is high for ball 2. Took something off of that one as it came in at 63 miles an hour. Now he'll step off the mound, will Jacoby. Look to the runner at second. Now we'll go into the windup and deliver a pitch. That's a called strike 1. Was low and inside, but just found the strike zone. And it moves the count to 2-1 with 2 down and a runner in scoring position. Next offering on the way is dribbled foul down the third baseline. Moves the count even at 2-2 with 2 gone for C.J. Cleary. If he's to get on base, the designated hitter, P.J. Hilson, who's on the on-deck circle, would be due up next. Now look over to second base. Wilkins is back in time. Now Jacoby will worry about the matter at hand. A 2-2 count. Pitch on the way, swung on, lifted down the right field line. First baseman ranges over to make the play, and that's how the bottom half of the 4th inning comes to an end. No runs for Nettleton on 1 hit. Score remains 5-0. Back with the top half of the 5th inning after this. This is Brett Baseball on Tubetown.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
Cameron Ramsey remains on the mound for Nettleton, and what has been a great start for him. 12 batters faced, 12 batters sent down. Issued his first base runner of the night in the last inning with a walk to Caleb Hedger. And then quickly earned a 1-4-3 double play from Chris Pugh to end the inning. Has yet to register a hit, has yet to give up a run. His team leading at 5-0 as we start the 5th of 7 innings in this first game of a 2-game doubleheader tonight here at Raider Field. Brendan Harvey steps up to the plate. His first at-bat of the night, the top half of the 2nd inning, and a 6-3 ground down as he looks at a ball number 1 off of the first pitch of the top half of the 5th inning. Next offering on the way. That one can't find the strike zone either. Moves the count to 2-0. Pitch came in with 75 miles an hour to Brandon Harvey. Next offering on the way is outside again for ball number 3. Harvey, a .462 hitter on the year. 7 runs batted in, 4 doubles so far for him as he looks at a called first strike. Moves the count to 3-1. Next offering on the way is swung on and lifted back foul behind home plate. Moves the count full at 3-2. Ramsey surrendered 3 balls and now it's battled back to get the count full at 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way is swung on and down to the shortstop it goes. Thrower to first is in time. And 1 up, 1 down here in the top half of the 5th inning.
Now batting number 2, Matt Connell.
Matt Connell will now step up to the plate after Cody Wilkins threw it over to first in time for a 6-3 putout. Connell with a strikeout in his first at-bat in the top half of the 2nd inning. He looks at a first pitch ball. Count at 1-0 with 1 down. Next offering on the way. Outside for ball number 2 for Cameron Ramsey. Ramsey into the windup. Pitch is swung on, delivered right to the glove of the third baseman. Thrower to first in time, and that is out number 2 on a 5-3 putout.
Now batting number 11,
Delivered over to
Antonio Jacoby.
now Antonio Jacoby will step up to the plate. The pitcher of record tonight for Blytheville. He struck out in this first at-bat. First pitch swinging, goes to the shortstop. Ranging back, throw to first is in time. He is out. A great play over at short, and that'll do it for the top half of the 5th inning. Blytheville no runs on no hits. We go to the bottom half of the 5th with the score, Nettleton 5, Blytheville 0.
When you or someone you love needs extra care at home, look to Absolute Care, where clients come first. Absolute Care offers personal care, adult companion, homemaker, and respite services. At Absolute Care, we work hard to keep your loved ones safe at home. If someone you love needs extra care in the home, call us today, Absolute Care, where clients come first.
Back in the bottom half of the 5th inning after a great throw over to first base. A 6-3 putout of Antonio Jacoby. Nettleton 15 up, 15 down for Cameron Ramsey. He's yet to surrender a run or surrender a hit to the Chickasaws of Blytheville. For Blytheville, Antonio Jacoby will remain on the mound. A pitcher of record, giving up 5 runs on 5 hits. First batter he will face in the bottom half of the 5th inning is a designated hitter, P.J. Hilson. Hilson with a sacrifice fly in the first inning. And then a 6-3 putout in the 3rd inning of play, his 3rd at-bat of the night. And he's 0 for 2 with a run driven in.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Raiders, number 5, P.J. Hilson.
Hilson, a .429 hitter on the year, 18 hits, 7 runs driven in, 6 doubles and 3 triples. First pitch on the way to him, swung on and dribbled foul down the 3rd baseline for strike number 1 in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Next offering on the way to Hilson is swung on and lifted foul down the 3rd baseline. 3rd baseman ranges over to try and make the play. That's Matt Connell, but it scoots out of play to move the count to 0-2. Next offering on the way to Hilson, gets outside for ball number 1. Jack Hall on deck, due up next for Nettleton. He'll retrieve the ball behind home plate. 1-2 the count to P.J. Hilson. 0 for 2 on the night. Next offering to him on the way. Swung on and lifted into right field. And there to make the play is Buddy Wilkins. So Hilson records the first out of the bottom half of the 5th inning, and now Jack Hall due up. Hall drew a walk in his first at-bat, flew out to left field in his second. 0 for 1 on the night with the walk as he looks at a first pitch ball, moves the count to 1-0 with one down in the bottom half of the 5th inning. .333 batter on the year with 15 hits, 8 runs driven in, and 1 double. Next pitch on the way, swung on, delivered to the shortstop, throw over to first is in time, and that's out number 2 of the inning. Now Aaron Voppel, the right fielder, will be due up next. He struck out in his first at-bat in the bottom half of the 1st inning, drew a walk in the bottom half of the 3rd, and recorded a stolen base as well as he looks at a first pitch ball. Starts out ahead in the count, 1-0. This bottom half of the 5th inning. Next pitch on the way, delivered right back to the pitcher. Throw over to first is in time, and that'll do it for the bottom half of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits for Nettleton. They continue to lead 5-0 as we go to the top half of the 6th inning. Back with more prep baseball after this on Tubetown.
What does the fox eat?
The Big Daddy, love the wedgie, breadsticks, hoagies, hot and freshy, cheesy bread, and chicken wings, and Fox's pizza makes me swing.
What does the fox eat?
Fresh.
Nothing doing for Nettleton in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And continue to lead 5-0. Cameron Ramsey remains on the mound for Nettleton as he has seen one base runner all night, and that was off a Caleb Hedger walk in the top half of the 4th inning. He's yet to surrender a run or a hit and been dominant all night for this Nettleton Raider team. Due up first for Blytheville in the bottom half or top half of the 6th inning is Vanich Lucas, the center fielder.
Leading off the top of the 6th inning, number 5, Ansel Lucas.
He's 0 for 1 on the day after popping it up foul behind the backstop where catcher was able to make the play as he'll get it out into left field and catch is made. For the first out of the inning by C.J. Cleary. Now Buddy Wilkins will step up to the plate. He struck out and his only at-bat of the night in the 3rd inning. First pitch to him, swinging down the 3rd baseline and foul. Count moves to 0-1 off a pitch that came in at 74 miles an hour. Looks over to Randy Smith in the 3rd base coach's box before he swings at this next pitch to the shortstop. It goes. Throw over to first is in time. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. Now Corey Chun will step up to the batter's box. He flew out to center field in his only at-bat of the night. He'll step up with his team down 5-0 with 2 outs. First offering gets away from Ramsey inside, and Lucas has to jump out of the way. He looks at a first pitch ball, 1-0. Next offering from Ramsey on the way is a call first strike, 1-1 the count with 2 down. John, a .214 batter on the year. Looks at a ball number 2. 3 hits and 2 runs driven in for Chun. The 2-1 offering on the way is upstairs for ball 3. Moves the count to 3-1. Went 2 down. Ramsey in danger of surrendering his second walk of the ball game. Next pitch on the way is upstairs, but is swung on, and ranging over to make the play is a second baseman, Logan Bryant, and that's the end of the top half of the 6th inning. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning with Nettleton with the lead, 5-0. Back with more Prep Baseball in Tubetown after this.
We are more than daily transactions. We are more than checks and debit cards. We are more than farmland. For the people of Poinsett County, we are more than just a bank. At First Delta Bank, we see the world through the eyes of our customers because we know that our customers are our most valuable investment. We are proud of who we are and want to earn your banking business. We are First Delta Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Going to the bottom half of the 6th inning here in this 5A East Conference matchup between Nettleton and Blytheville. Nettleton with the 5-0 lead. Kate Carlton with you as Seth Robinson will lead it off for Nettleton. He recorded an RBI in his first at-bat in the first inning, but got thrown out trying to stretch it from a single to a double, and then recorded an RBI single in his second at-bat in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. We'll wait for Jacoby to complete his warm-up pitches. Starting his 6th inning of work, where he's given up 5 runs on 5 hits.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Raiders, number 17, Seth Robinson.
Jacoby with just 1 recorded strikeout on the day. Compared on the other side to Ramsey, who already has 4 strikeouts for the ball game. Robinson leads us off. First pitch to him is inside for ball number 1. Came in at 69 miles an hour. Next offering to Robinson on the way. Bounces in the dirt before it reaches home plate and outside for ball number 2. Count now at 2-0. Here in this bottom half of the 6th inning, perhaps the last bottom half we'll see in this ball game. Next offering on the way. Moves the count to 3-0. Wind up pitch on the way is inside for ball number 4, and Robinson will jog down the first baseline as he draws a walk in the first at-bat of inning number 6. Cameron Ramsey, the pitcher of record for Nettleton today, will step into the batter's box. You know, 1-3 ground out in the 2nd inning. Flew out to second baseman in the 4th inning. Now throw over to second base is not in time as Aaron Voppel.
Courtesy runner number 9, Tommy Scarborough.
Tommy Scarborough, the courtesy runner, will take the base. Count at 0-1, a runner in scoring position with no men down in the bottom half of the 6th. Ramsey showing bunt. Now he'll back off from the bunt. Look at a ball number 1 and another stolen base. Now a runner 90 feet away from home as the count is at 1-1. Ramsey steps out, takes a few practice swings as Antonio Jacoby tucks his jersey in. Now moves back to the pitcher's mound with a 1-1 count. Next offering on the way is inside for ball 2. Good play by Sims. Didn't let it get away from him, but the count is at 2-1. Next pitch is swung on and delivered into the gap. 1 run will score, and it'll be an RBI single for Cameron Ramsey. First time Nettleton has scored since the bottom half of the 4th inning. As you see it there, shouted into the gap, RBI single. And now Jamison Bridger will be due up. Bridger flew out to center field, grounded to the shortstop in his second at-bat. First pitch is on the way, and a call first ball, throw over to second base, not in time, and base taken for Nettleton, another runner in scoring position. 1-0 the count to Bridger as he shows bunt, backs off of it, looks at ball number 2 of the at-bat. Logan Bryant on deck for Nettleton as Bridger looks at a 2-0 count, steps out of the batter's box, now will step back in and show bunt, gets the bunt down, runner will move to third, he may leg it out to first, throw over is not in time. A bunt single for Bridger. Now Logan Bryant with runners on the corner will be due up. He had a single in his first at-bat in the bottom half of the second and stole a base, then flew out to center field in his second at-bat in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Runners on the corners for Bryant with no outs in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Throw over to third base. Runner easily able to get back in time. As Bryant awaits the first pitch of the at-bat. On the way, he shows bunt, backs off of the bunt, and we'll have a runner take second base. That's Jamison Bridger. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Prime opportunity for Bryant as he's ahead in the count 1-0. Next pitch on the way, swung on and lifted into left field, and that's going to get down. Bridger goes to third, 1 run scores, and Nettleton with a 7-0 lead. Now the ball gets away, and throw to home is not in time. 2 runs will score, and a runner will take third base as well. It winds up being an RBI triple for Logan Bryant. And Nettleton leading it 8-0. You see it on the replay here. First run is able to get across. Throw from left field is arid, and the catcher can't make a play on it. Tag it home, not in time. And while Jacoby is frustrated, Logan Bryant is able to easily take third base before Jacoby realizes it. So Nettleton now leads 8-0 in the bottom half of inning number 6 as Jacoby will go out to center field. We'll see who it is coming in to replace him. That'll be number 5, Vanich Lucas. Comes in to replace Jacoby. We'll tell you more about him after we come back from this timeout. Nettleton leading it 8-0 in the bottom half of the 6th inning as we have a pitching change. More prep baseball after this.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
Vanich Lucas, the freshman who had played center field all game and recorded 2 flyouts in his batting is the new pitcher for Blytheville. Lucas on the year, an even 15 ERA in 4 appearances. 2.1 innings pitched. He's given up 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He's surrendered 6 walks and has 1 strikeout to his ledger. And he'll be the new pitcher for Blytheville. Jacoby still the pitcher of record. Still going through his warm-up pitches. The first batter he will face will be Cody Wilkins, who's now up for the 4th time. He's 1 for 1 on the night with 2 walks. Had a walk in the first inning, stole 2 bases, and eventually came around to score. Had an RBI double in the second inning, and then walked in the 4th inning. He looks at a called strike 1 in his 4th at-bat of the night. Next pitch on the way, and it hits him. Just grazed Wilkins, and he'll trot down the first base line after being hit by the pitch.
Now batting number 4, C.J. Cleary.
Now C.J. Cleary will be due up with runners on the corners. He had an RBI single in his first at-bat, flew out to left field and grounded out to the first baseman in his second at-bat. First pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Runner takes second base, so both runners in scoring position now. Next pitch on the way is called first strike. Moves the count to 1-1. That one came in at 63 miles an hour. Next pitch on the way is a swinging second strike. Moves the count to 1-2. Next offering, and back-to-back batters he's hit as it grazes C.J. Cleary on the side, and so the bases will be loaded after Cody Wilkins and C.J. Cleary are hit by pitches. B.J. Hilson, the designated hitter, due up next. Nettleton going to bat through their entire lineup most likely in this inning alone. First pitch to Hilson, gets away from him. Outside for ball 1. Next offering on the way is lifted up high in the air, ranging over to make the play is the first baseman, Brandon Hendry. Hilson records the first out of the inning, lying out to the first baseman. Jack Hall due up now. He walked in his first at-bat, flew out to left field in his second, grounded out to the shortstop in his third at-bat. He looks at a first pitch ball in the dirt. Moves the count to 1-0 with 1 down. Bases loaded for Hall. Next offering to him. Gets away from him, low and inside for ball number 2 of the at-bat. Next pitch on the way, just off the tip of the bat and fouled back behind the backstop, rolling near the Nettleton dugout for strike number 1. Moves the count to 2-1 for Jack Hall. Next pitch on the way, bounces before it gets to home plate. The catcher can't find it. 1 run across, and 2 runs are across. Nettleton leads it 10-0 after a pitch gets away from him, and that'll be the ball game. Nettleton gonna win it 10-0 after a pitch gets away, with Jack Hall at the plate. So Nettleton going to win it by the final count of 10-0 as they get 10 runs on 8 hits. Back to wrap it up after this for Rep Baseball on Tubetown.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers, wowzers. For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications. Right by you.
Until you've seen how fast it really is, some people's reaction to Ritter's 50 megabit internet might be like 50 mega, huh? Here's how we describe it. Mega beautiful, mega fast, mega blast, mega party, mega Ritter. There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. In a word, that means mega fun. If you're not getting your high-speed internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Only from Ritter Communications. Right.
Nettleton victorious over Blytheville tonight by the final count of 10-0 in a game that gets called early in the 6th inning as Nettleton plates 5 in the 6th inning. And it was Cameron Ramsey who delivered a no-hitter for Nettleton, one walk away from delivering a perfect game, throwing 53 pitches. Meanwhile, on the other end, Nettleton scores 10 runs on 8 hits and left 4 on base, just one man on base all night long for Cameron Ramsey as he had a great game on the mound for Nettleton. 3 runs scored in the first inning, 1 run in the second, 1 in the third, and then 5 in the 6th inning of play for Nettleton. They win the game off a wild pitch that plated 2 runners, 1 on third, 1 on second, and the game was called early in the 6th inning. One more game to follow in this doubleheader between Nettleton and Blytheville. But Nettleton is able to take the first game by the final count of 10-0. Hitting-wise for the Raiders, Cody Wilkins walked in his first at-bat, stole 2 bases, and then was able to come across for a run scored. He had an RBI double in his second at-bat in the 2nd inning. C.J. Cleary had an RBI single that scored Cody Wilkins in his first at-bat, and then he was hit by the pitch in the 6th inning. For P.J. Hilson, he flew out and had a sac fly that resulted in an RBI in his first at-bat. But he goes 0 for 4 on the night with 1 run driven in. For Aaron Voppel, he struck out once, walked once, and then a little dribbler back to the pitcher for a 1-3 putout. Seth Robinson had 2 RBIs in the game. He had an RBI in the first inning where he got caught trying to stretch it to a double and was thrown out, an RBI single in the 2nd inning, and then walked in the 6th inning of play. For Cameron Ramsey, he had a 1-3 putout, a fly out to the second baseman, and then an RBI single. Jamison Bridger flies out to center field, a 6-3 putout, and then a bunt single for him. For Logan Bryant, he had a single and stole 2 bases after getting on the base paths, flew out to the center field, and then had an RBI triple that was really big in the 6th inning, pushing Nettleton to end this game early. Jack Hall walked once, flew out to center field, and then had a 6-3 putout. For Blytheville, the only man that got on base was Caleb Hedger, and he got there via a walk, and it was quickly turned into a double play as Chris Pugh had a 1-4-3 double play, and Blytheville did not register a runner after that. Cameron Ramsey, as we mentioned, gets the perfect game. He had 4 strikeouts, all 4 strikeouts coming in the first 3 innings of work, and again, just 1 walk away from a perfect game. That'll do it for our coverage of this one. Nettleton wins it by the final count of 10-0. For everyone that's been a part of this one, I'm Kate Carlton signing off. So long, everybody. Have a great night.